Is Elon Musk the next Steve Jobs? With his fierce intelligence, piercing focus, and stunning techniques to dominate the industries, can Elon Musk be called the next Steve Jobs? We know Steve Jobs as the man who defined the multi-billion-dollar company Apple and revolutionized technology. Under his supervision, Apple's flawlessness in tech gadgets held a separate space in history. He was the man who gave iPhone the cutting-edge design and launched iPod for Apple. During his time at Apple, a sense of curiosity was always there, that something completely different could come before the world. People listened to their heartbeats at every launch when Steve Jobs spoke about the new gadget Apple launched. Doesn't all this feel familiar? Doesn't it seem there is a person who still does things like that, and sometimes more than we are told? You are thinking in the right direction. I'm talking about Elon Musk. Steve Jobs and Elon Musk are two geniuses. Let's find out whether Elon Musk is the next Steve Jobs the world will see. Comparing these two brainiacs makes it clear how one overpowers the other. Let's get started. Steve Jobs became the first man on the planet who used his phenomenal intelligence to create the most flawless tech gadgets the world had ever seen. Before Steve Jobs, there was no graphic user interface on personal computers, and not everyone could have a personal computer. When Steve Jobs introduced Apple, the world saw for the very first time modernity, flawlessness, and genius ideas getting blended. Unknown in the past, Steve Jobs appeared as a person who had that glow in his stare and the signature focus in all his gadgets. In other words, Steve Jobs was the one who defined the rules for absoluteness in manufacturing and designing. He could see only two choices: producing the finest quality gadget or nothing at all. There was nothing in between the impeccable product and point zero. Introduce Elon Musk growing up studying the genius minds in history, including Steve Jobs. That's why we see Steve Jobs' shade in Elon Musk's personality and mindset. Before we continue, tell us, are you loving the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to know about never-heard-before Elon Musk's inside stories. Let's continue now. By focusing on their lives, we find similarities that made them dominate the world. Let's see how Elon Musk can be seen as the next Steve Jobs. Number 1. Hardcore working schedule. Look at the razor-sharp iPhone design. Do you think it was created in seconds? A genius worked days and nights to bring designs never seen before. That person was Steve Jobs. Now, think about Tesla or SpaceX, how the harmonious body design was created and how rocket reusing philosophy came into existence. Elon Musk was the person who was working day and night for that. In 1998, Steve Jobs worked without caring about the time to keep Apple on the surface when it was near crashing. At the time, he was also Pixar's CEO and was switching jobs forth and back to keep alive what he had created. He was demanding more than his mind could, and he created things that stunned us. Elon Musk is no different than Steve Jobs. He is a workaholic, working 100 to 120 hours per week, giving no time to his personal life. That's how stunning ideas came to his mind, and he realized them. He revolutionized the space industry when he gave the idea of reusing rockets. Earlier, the rocket used in the launch was wasted, costing millions of dollars. After Elon Musk, reusing rockets became a new norm, and his SpaceX was the first space company to do so. Elon Musk and Steve Jobs have the quality to focus on something they are working on constantly. They cannot relax until they produce, shape, launch, and modify it. They are not competing with anyone else or with each other. They are competing with themselves. Number 2. The reality-distorting attitude. No, that doesn't mean Steve Jobs and Elon Musk distorted realities we know about them. Rather, it means their genius abilities to distort realities for their teams and employees. No CEO can create miracles without a team at his back, no matter how genius and focused he is. Steve Jobs' way of talking was so smooth, assertive, and confident that he could make his employees believe what he wanted them to. No limitations could hinder what he wanted to design and produce. For that, he had to hypnotize his employees with his words and get them to achieve the impossible. Elon Musk is the same. He is known to have a demanding attitude, and why not? He himself works 100 to 120 hours per week and doesn't sit in his office relaxing. He always has something going on in his mind. To make his team walk with him in the same fast pace he pumps the adrenaline using a reality-distorting attitude. When this happens, the results are breathtaking. SpaceX rockets, sleek electric vehicles, and satellites offering internet service are some of the things showing what he could create with his team. Number 3. Unbreakable focus. Elon Musk has evolved with time, and so has his focus. During the earlier days of SpaceX and Tesla, he used to work hundreds of hours per week, locking himself in his office. He had a sharp focus that helped him concentrate on essential things. He didn't care about tweets, memes, or things that could distract him from his work. This made him similar to Steve Jobs, who had his own signature style of working in silence. Steve Jobs didn't like to be disturbed by anyone or anything. In the past, Elon Musk was like Steve Jobs, but now he has changed. Perhaps that's because he thinks he has done most of the job. His Tesla is on the way to multiplying the number of electric cars on Earth, discouraging fossil fuel, while SpaceX is gradually moving towards realizing the dream of colonizing Mars. Elon Musk used to have phenomenal focus when he was helping his companies stand on their feet. Once they did, he decided to live like a billionaire with a luxurious lifestyle. But we cannot give a verdict that he no longer focuses on his work. Still, he has a jam-packed schedule as the CEO of multi-billion-dollar companies. Number 4. Emotional game. Steve Jobs was the one who created an emotional connection with his customers by presenting Apple as an alive entity. The way he talked about Apple and its gadgets during launches appealed to the people sitting around, making them Apple's loyal customers. He presented Apple and made himself its ambassador. Even today, when we think about iPhone or any other Apple product, Steve Jobs comes into our minds. The reason for that is we have established an emotional relationship between Apple and Steve Jobs. He has become the defining face of Tesla, SpaceX, and all of his other companies, including Starlink and SolarCity. However, there is a difference. He has marketed himself instead of his companies. In other words, he never ran ads about his companies or the new products they were launching. Instead, he has presented himself as the person defining these companies. His strong social media presence, especially on Twitter, is more effective than ads, and he markets himself there. However, he doesn't essentially market himself in a true sense. Apple without Steve Jobs and Tesla and SpaceX without Elon Musk won't have the same charm they once had. That's why Apple no longer has the undisputed fame it once had under the command of Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs and Elon Musk aren't the same in every sense. No two individuals can be exactly the same. However, both are similar when it comes to revolutionizing their respective industries, setting new trends and becoming the reason for evolving humanity. Bill Gates once said they could not be said to be the same. He said Elon Musk is more like a hands-on engineer, while Steve Jobs was a genius at designing, marketing, and picking people. He said that we wouldn't walk into a room and confuse them with each other. Of course, he is right, but we aren't talking about how they look or how different their strategies are. Both of them stun the world with their intelligence, which is what we are talking about. Steve Jobs only focused on tech gadgets, while Elon Musk has plans without limitations. He wants to electrify the world and colonize Mars, empower fast transportation, offer internet service to every patch of the world, and much more. If Steve Jobs was Steve Jobs, then Elon Musk is his evolution. Steve Jobs was the one who reflected intelligence, focus, and dedication in his gadgets, and Elon Musk is the one who might be following him. Elon Musk has read about every successful person and picked all the qualities that can help him dominate the world. Comment right below in the comment section, can we call Elon Musk today's Steve Jobs? Elon is not limited to a single industry. That could make him the Steve Jobs of multiple industries. Do you want to watch more videos like this? If yes, then please like and share the video, and subscribe to our channel to learn more interesting things about Elon Musk. Until the next video, stay tuned.